¿Qué tal, amigo?
Namaste. Привет. These are all ways of saying hello if you did not get that. I'm Russian, she's Indian, and she's
Spanish.
right.
I'm original. Welcome to our show.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Good evening.
So
Or morning.
Buongiorno.
Or good
Buenas
noon.
noches. Anyway.
Good news.
Anyway, we will be talking about a movie called Life is Beautiful.
Beautiful.
It really is. The movie is very beautiful as well. It's written by and directed and stars Roberto Benigni. He plays Guido Orfice.
Funniest character ever.
Sorry if the pronunciation's wrong. I'm Spanish but not Italian. But basically, it's about the Holocaust, and it's set in Italy, and the entire movie's in Italian, so it was.
There are English subtitles at the bottom.
Yes, it's a great movie.
On Netflix Instant Queue if you want to watch it. Great movie. You will not be wasting your time, even if you have loads of homework.
And it's really amazing how it paints the picture of the Holocaust from a different side than what history textbooks tell you straight. Well, I don't know about that. You guys are the history students.
Okay, well, basically we're going to be analyzing the historical significance and whether this movie was truly historically accurate.
And the ethical implications of using comedy to portray
such a tragic event.
So, historical.
Okay, basically.
History students.
Basically, in this era, Mussolini was the dictator of Italy at the time, and so Mussolini's policy in the beginning of World War II was basically that Jews shouldn't really be segregated, so to speak, or they shouldn't be as targeted as much as, say, Hitler, who sent them all to concentration camps or to ghettos or labor camps. Thousands of people were sent to concentration camps, and many Italians did die. Many Italian Jews died. So it kind of shows, in the movie, they portray it as these giant trains that are sent off, and how they're just like filled, how we imagined it based on our history experience and based on what history books tell us about the cable cars, and how they just are just filled to the brink with hundreds of Jews and other people who are considered inferior to the Nazis and the master race. That's the historical significance of the time period, and I guess it was pretty accurate.
Yeah, the ideas of like the master race. There's a scene in the movie that kind of addresses the idea of the master race, and actually we got an idea of what the director thought of how silly this idea was of the master race.
Yeah,
and it was a good scene, and
it's a very funny scene.
The accuracy of the concentration camps and capturing the conditions that were faced by the prisoners there was also pretty accurate, and just made the movie more heartbreaking in the end, I guess.
And the way that they portrayed it and made it so comedic, I mean, don't want to give away spoilers exactly, but basically the dad kind of makes it into a game for the son, and it's just really cute. And the scene that she was just talking about like the funny and at the same time accurate scene is where the dad goes up to translate, pretending that he actually knows German, for
so he's like,
one of the German...
like, you can find my little shispen.
And then he's all like, I don't speak Italian, so I'm just gonna say words in Spanish that make no sense. Hola, me llamo Guido, y comida es muy bueno, y blah 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 blah. And it was really funny because the dad was translating it to make it work for the game for the son, and everyone in that same barrack?
It was a barrack.
Barrack with him was just like, what is he doing? Except for one or two of them who had already seen him talking to his son about it being a game. And the son's all just like, oh, lollipops
and if we win, we get a tank! Because the kid's obsessed with tanks. And
at the end, when...
comedy in the film.
It really increased my awareness about how Italians see comedy. Like, I never would have thought that jokes and making all of these references and jokes throughout a movie about the Holocaust could be funny.
It's really ironic. I mean, I thought that was really cool, like the juxtaposition between the laughter and the happiness and the good time, and how the dad is always encouraging the kid to have a good time. And when you look outside the walls, it's like this concentration camp where people are dying, people are burning, people are turning into bars of soap. Is what
ethical implications,
global issues, worrying about our history.
This movie is basically like a romantic comedy slash horrible tragedy, and it's horrible. I don't know, just because of course the Holocaust elements, and I think the director effectively used the juxtaposition of comedy with the tragedy to kind of underscore how horrible the Holocaust and the effect that it had on people's lives. And by giving, for example, relating it to other works like Diary of Anne Frank and Jacob the Liar, those works have, what they do is they humanize the victims of the Holocaust, and instead of just giving us another statistic, we get story. Humanizes the victims of the Holocaust, and it gives us something to attach our sentiments to, because otherwise just reading it up as a history book doesn't really give you the true emotional impact that the movies and the books have given me. And so I think this movie, even though it is a comedy, it's supposed to make you laugh when you think about it. What the director was trying to do was to help you see the true tragedy of what happened earlier and how nothing like this should ever be repeated again. And that's what I think is great about this movie. Going into the kind of the setting of this movie, they're really accurate in portraying.
It's kind of like a concentration camp ghetto.
Conveyed the tone of what the
constant smoke out of the chimney,
the gray.
Yeah,
we're going all.
I think one thing that we can agree on is that this movie is amazing.
Yeah.
And you should see it if
you should watch
this movie.
Arriba.
Oh yes!
You should watch this movie.
You should watch this movie. And when you do, you will understand what this is. Anyway. Anyway, we hope that if you do decide to watch it, that you enjoy it. So you are pizza ratings. Pizza, Italian, get it?
Get it? Get it? We're Italian.
Mamma mia! This movie was excellent! I apologize. My Italian accent is not good. I know this. But this movie really was excellent. We already knew about this movie because we watched it in our freshman year, and we loved it and thought that it would be great to watch for this because, well, Holocaust, in Italian, just about different culture in general, so. But I really love this movie. It actually made me cry. I loved how they incorporated all of this humor into a movie about the Holocaust. And also, it was just a very romantic love story, and it was filled with tons of humorous moments, even though the general topic is very tragic. And I'm not going to say any spoilers, but it was very, very sad, and so it touched my heart right here. So,
right in the corazon.
Yes, right in the middle of mi corazon. So, I give this movie 5 pizzas out of 5 because I just loved it overall, and it's a great movie.
Hi. So, this movie was amazing. It was so funny, and it was very, very entertaining. The dad is my favorite character by far of a lot of movies I've seen. The irony of the laughter and happiness for the kid against like the horrible tragedy of the Holocaust was very deep, profound. Me encanta. Me gusta. Me gusta. Me gusta. So, I believe that this movie, they're laughing at me. It deserves 5 delicious pieces of Papa John's pizza because it was so good. It was really good, and I really, really liked it, and I totally recommend it to every single person in the world. And now I'm going to choose a really good slice to eat. Cheers to you. Life is beautiful.
Buongiorno. I have seen this movie, of course, before. I like Jordan and Tori. We watched it freshman year. And watching it again just basically reminded me why I love this movie so much, because one of the things that I liked about this movie that also makes it controversial is the fact that it's a comedy, and it's a romantic comedy, it's a love story that also happens to be about the Holocaust. And there was a lot of controversy over this, if this movie uh, should be portraying the Holocaust in this manner, making it seem uh, comedic and putting comedic elements with it. And I think that by having the comedic elements and the romantic elements in this movie, it actually gave more gravity to the situation of the Holocaust, and it just kind of opened my eyes to how heartbroken people felt after the Holocaust, because you can hear stories of wars and people dying, but then when you hear about lost love and the happiness in life that was destroyed by the Holocaust, this movie does a really good job of portraying that. And I think this movie, even though it's so funny, of course, any movie that's going to be about the Holocaust ends in tragedy. Spoilers. But yeah, I think this one other thing, this movie, the lead actor, who was amazing, who was so funny, also happened to be the screenwriter and director. Insert mind blown gif here. So I give it 1 pizza out of 5. I'm a rating rebel. 1 means the best, of course. So, ciao, mis amigos.
Auf Wiedersehen!
Ciao. Das vidanya. Bye, everybody.
Bye!
Bye. Bye. Look at our mustaches.